specialise in Mediterranean
is the alcohol stove, the new one.
Just right for us here in Kent. Entrance is £2 for
I'll
members.
fill it right up and see how long it takes to burn all of it.
And on Saturday of next week, the
Just bear with me, I've only just woke up, guys.
Group present their cactus and
Anyway,
succulent show. The Rother Valley branch of the
burner.
English Cactus and Succulent Society, together with colleagues from the Society's Portslade branch, will host a show of plants big and small. There'll be 3 starter kits, kits for children as well, so they can grow their own.
Just going to take the top off. It's in 3 parts. Just going to take the lid off now.
Lion District Cottage Garden Society have a summer show and country fair.
Which is all sealed. It's can't leak out.
Is on their website. It's an historic flower show plus lots of stores and entertainment. Attractions.
Got bioethanol. Alright, Jay. Got bioethanol.
And it's free to members and to children. More information on
Still playing around with this stove. It's amazing. Anyway, guys, there's the stove. What I'm going to do is just drip a bit more in there, and we'll go right up to the rim. Got to be very careful, very careful. In fact, we're going to have to move that a minute.
Jean, it's been a pleasure.
That's an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much, and congratulations.
And just burn that out of there. It's all good. The bioethanol.
It's midday, and with the latest BBC News for Kent, I'm Simon Jenkins. Good afternoon. A woman from Canterbury has been charged with the murder of a missing person. It follows the discovery of human remains. 50-year-old Maureen Rickards of St Martin's Road was arrested on
That's bioethanol, guys, and to be honest, I'm quite amazed, but I'm tempted to buy another one of these. That only cost me £10, guys. All right, Stevie, that cost me a tenner. Normally, I'm using my big paraffin stoves, isn't I? And to be honest, it's a bit slow if you're cooking a meal. But if you was out in the bushes or whatever, or just fucking sitting at home and your electric went and you couldn't get any, or you had a power cut, you could boil up a cup of tea and you could cook with this. But it'd be quite slow. But what I'm going to do, because I use my big bulky stove with the paraffin in when I'm camping, I'm going to buy some more of them, because to be honest with you, I reckon 3 of them, you'd be cooking, proper cooking. Anyway. Bioethanol. I'm going to put it, because obviously it's going to get a bit hot. I'm going to fire it up and just leave it. Let me get on here properly. Getting excited about the football. England in the final. I've never seen England win anything, so it'd be history making if we win tonight. In fact, I think England are going to win tonight. 4 years ago, we made it to the last Euro final, and we got robbed by Italy. But this time we're there again, except we've got Spain. Who are not as dirty and as cheating as Italy. A lot of these players, man, them European players, you touch them and they fall on the floor. Do you know what I mean? Roll around on the floor for 10 minutes. Whereas the English game, we'd rather just get on with the game. But our football is a bit rougher than theirs. But anyway, it's going to be interesting. And I think England tonight are going to win. Don't ask me to score, because we've got to the final just by... Yeah. First silverware in 60 years, man. I'm only 52, guys, so I've never seen England win anything. We've won the World Cup, but that was in 66. I wasn't here then. Anyway,
restriction because of Operation
The
Broccoli.
burner
That's where all freight traffic
is
heading
full to the brim, as
across
you can see.
needs to go through the coned area of the M20 going coastbound at junction 8.
Light her up.
Cars will turn off to junction 9, the Ashford turn. There's a
Once she's
diversion of
warmed up,
traffic block heading from Channel Crossing.
give it a little assisting hand that with a blowtorch.
There are going to be delays on the M25.
Don't try this at home, guys.
Lines at the Dartford tunnels, meaning that travel time
Obviously know what I'm up to here.
on public transport today. No service.
But yeah, don't try that at home, guys.
And services
Anything I do in my videos, I wouldn't advise you doing.
Buses run today instead of trains on Southeast.
Obviously, that might not stop you doing it.
And Sittingbourne and the mainline station.
Anyway, look, she's burning up. What is it? That's solid brass. So obviously, the warmer it gets, the better it performs. So, as you can see, I've just helped it on a bit. And I'm amazed by these little things, guys. Completely smokeless. Ah, I've got to turn that down. That's Whitney Houston. That's going to get me... Going to get my arse spanked. But yeah, I'll give you a closer look, guys. We'll zoom in on it. See them holes around the outside? Well, it starts coming out of them at some point once they get warm. It's mad how it works. Here she goes, look. She's warming up now. Now she's getting warm, see? I wouldn't normally get the blowtorch. Well, I probably would. Can you see it coming out of them holes around the outside? It's not just an empty hollow container. It's actually, it's got two parts to that. Just spilt a bit out there. You've got to be very careful, see? I'll tell you what, I've seen people spill these out in the wild. But yeah. Zoom right in. There you have it, guys. The spirit burner. You can also use meths in it. You can use lots of things in it. But obviously, the bioethanol apparently is the cleanest. I'm not a complete expert in this. I know about my paraffin lamps, but these things, I'm new to the game. I always looked at them and thought, nah. But I thought £10. The fuel's cheap enough as well. So I thought I'll get one, just have a go. Now I've had a go, man. I can't stop putting it down. Obviously, you've got to be quite careful with it, as you'd end up going up in flames. But yeah, I've been playing around with it, and I'm still here. Again. But yeah, I forgot to fucking put. Excuse me, swearing. I forgot to look at the time. It's 12:06. So say I put it on at 12. So we'll see how long that takes to burn right out. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here all the time because. But yeah. I'll tell you what, the amount of heat that puts off, guys. There's no smoke whatsoever. Doesn't smell or anything. It's quite warm. I'll tell you what is quite nice, what would be really nice out in the winter, even going to the shop and back, right, is you light that up for 5 minutes, and I've got this thing, guys, this thing here, which basically is a lid and it snaps it out, or it's a temperature control. I'll show you. What is quite nice is when you snap it out, obviously it's really hot, let it cool down a bit, it makes a really good like hand warmer. So like if it's snowing or something outside or freezing, you're going down, well, you're going anywhere, have that in your pocket, man. Anyway, comes with 3 parts. You've got that bit that's burning, you've got a lid It's all brass, so it can't rust. With a gasket in it there, so it seals it up, so you can travel with the fuel in it. And then you got this. I'll show you this. What this is, guys, there's my spliff. Is you can sort of snuff it out a bit, turn the heat down. See that? And obviously you can open it up so you get your temperature right when you're cooking. See what I'm doing here? Or guys, I'll just snuff it out quickly, just to show you how easy it is to put out. Obviously, the trick is when you put it out, you get your snuffer, put the lid right over, and that's it. It's snuffed out. Job done. That's how easy it is. But obviously, we're doing this experiment, so we're not going to snuff it out. But yeah, I'm imagining that's going to burn for, I've got no idea how long they burn for, but I would imagine, I don't know, 3 hours? Possibly? I honestly don't know, guys. But obviously I'm experimenting here with the bioethanol. I'm also, when I burn that out, I'm going to experiment with the meths. Because there's got to be a difference. So I'm going to see which is best for my sort of purpose, what I'm going to be using it for. But yeah, you could have that in your tent. Warm your old tent up. Obviously you don't want to operate these near any children. Or if you're going to do that, show your kids, which is all good. My dad showed me stuff. You obviously keep an eye on your kid while you're doing it. Little warning there. For me, I loved it. I was in the shed with my dad, burning up all sorts of things. As a really small boy. And I'm still here now, burning up things. As a 52-year-old. But yeah, the alcohol burner. What a crazy little thing. I'm falling in love with it, guys. I'll just show you the inside of it. It's not just, you can see that there. It's like funnels. It funnels it around the outside. You can make your own little burners, man. You can make these out of Coke cans. But yeah, solid brass. So you're going to get no soot, and it's all smokeless, so you get no soot, no nothing. Just a nice flame. You have to get a windshield though, if you're out in the wind, like out in the bush or out in the countryside. Obviously the wind would affect the flame a lot. But what you can buy, I'm not going to buy one there. They're charging ridiculous money when I can just knock one up in the shed myself. They're making these like tripody things that sort of shield it from the wind. And you just need some kind of stand that stands over that flame enough so that flame hits your pot. But yeah. If it performs differently, the lower the fuel gets, who knows? But yeah. Not bad for a tenner. And this folds up like that. What was the fuel? The bioethanol. I bought 2 bottles of it. But I think that was cheap enough, about four quid a bottle. And to be honest, a huge bottle. The size of this would last quite a while, I think. Obviously I've been burning it up and I'm just a bit off the top. Liquid fuel, premium bioethanol, liquid fuel for indoor and outdoor fireplaces. 96% purity, clean burning, smokeless and odourless, 100% plant derived. So it's actually come from a plant. Tell you what's really cold in England, guys. It's summertime, right? It's really cold out there. We're in July. What happened to summer? Typical English weather. In England, right, guys, we can get snow, rain, sun, mist, fog, all in the same day. So you never know quite what you're getting over here. But I've got to say, this summer's been extremely wet and not that warm. So I'm moving around very slowly on the bed here. Don't want to knock that burner. Set myself a light on a live. Wonder how many views that would get. Setting yourself a light on a live. Not that we're going to be doing that, guys. How much has she burnt off? Oh, we burnt off a little bit, let off the top. But it gets deeper as it drops down. There's like a step. I don't suppose we get a fair reading where I keep diving in with my gas gun. I'll tell you what, I can really recommend these gas guns as well. Sondoff S400 works very well. And this is working alright as well. Now see, once it's warmed up, it gets going, starts coming out of them jets on the outside there. See them little jets, little holes. I've seen people boil up like a cup of water for a cup of tea and coffee, and it takes about between 6 to 8 minutes, the ones I've seen. We're not going to bother with the cup of tea test. All we're going to do is just burn this out. But it's a very hot flame. I think with 3 of them all next to each other burning up, you could be able to cook a good meal very quickly. Possibly even quicker than... The only other thing that is a bit better with my paraffin stove that I use is I can move the wicks up and down. So I can alter the temperature without taking me part off the thing, if you know what I mean. Whereas if you're going to mess around with this, you're going to have to take your pot off, put your snuffer on, and keep doing that. Because obviously this snuffer, temperature controller, dual purpose really, you can sort of move that, keep moving that to whatever flame you want. Hang on. So you just want a little bit of a flame. You can put that on top of the flame. But you got to keep moving your pot off the heat, do you get me? Literally, you can snap it right out to a little one, like that. But yeah, not bad for £10. Probably the cheapest cooking device for camping out there. Because even them little gas ones you get, with the gas bottles on, the camping gas ones, single stove burners, you might have seen them. They're all kind of generic, look the same. Even now, like 20 quid. But these little things, you can pay. There's one called a Trangia on the market, which is the dog's bollocks one. Do you know what I mean? It's up there at the top. LOVT. Am I British? I'm English. Yeah, I'm in England. I'm in the county of Kent. I'm about 35 miles southeast of London. But I'm not from London, I'm from Kent. Yeah, I'm English. Yeah, these are good little burners. I think I was a bit generous with my 3-hour guesstimate about this lasting like 3 hours. I don't think this is going to be going for 3 hours. I don't know. No. But yeah. BT's asking, who do I want to win the Euros? Well, hang on a minute. Let me just check my phone's charged. So woke up with a flat battery. So, as for the Euros, obviously I'm English, but my blood is I'm English, Irish, and Spanish. So I've got a bit of Spanish blood in me. But obviously I was born in England, so I'm going to be going for my country tonight, and I think England's going to win tonight. 4 years ago we got to the final and we were robbed by Italy. This time there's no robbing us. Gareth Southgate, our manager, has taken us to things that we could only dream. I've never seen England win anything. We've won the World Cup in 1966, but I was born in 1971. So exactly, my friend, may the best team win, and the best team will win, I'm quite sure. So if Spain do beat us, fair enough. Good on them. But I think we're gonna win. We've had a manager come in and just take us places we've never been before. England fans my age are not used to watching England in finals. I don't know how the country will react if we win, because we've never won. We've won the World Cup in 1966. But for some reason, we're getting goals. You look at that game the other day, 30 seconds to go. Boom, we get a goal. England are very good at reacting. So don't be surprised if England go behind and then we come from behind, because we quite often do that. But extra time and penalties, who knows? But we got some great players, and if all see, the good thing about it is England have not really started playing yet we got to the final. If England actually click and start playing, then Spain are going to be in trouble, because we'll be running at them like a Premiership game. That's what I've always said. these European teams like to slow the football down. Well, we've got to play it at Premiership pace, as if it's Liverpool versus Man United, or it's Arsenal versus Chelsea. You've got to go flat out, but we don't. As long as we don't start passing the ball backwards, I don't mind. I was brought up, you get the ball and you attack and go forwards, but it's crazy. Anyway, how much fuel's burnt off? Wow. Anyway, I'll be back later.